So my parents were missionaries. When I was born, they were living in Zambia, and we spent a couple of years there before we moved to Madagascar. We stayed in Madagascar for 3 or 4 years. During that time, we spent like 6 months in France so we could learn French, because where we were living in Madagascar, they speak French. We had to leave Madagascar because there was a coup, and then after that we spent 18 months in the States. We moved to South Africa, which was December 2010, and we lived there until December 2021. So my name is Mark Barber. When I first started out playing rugby, for the first, 6 or 7 years, it was just I was playing it because I was required to play a sport. But once I started getting better at it, and I thought, it'd be pretty cool if I could have sort of a future playing rugby. I didn't really have any huge plans for it because I didn't think I was that good. But then I started looking at rugby in the States. Once I got into contact with Coach Macy, who's the head coach here at Lindenwood, then I realized, I actually need to up my game if I want to make it anywhere. I tried to get as much extra training in as I could, since we barely ever trained as a team. So my dad would come out with me in the afternoons, help me do fitness, time me, push me further. My dad is definitely my biggest supporter. He makes huge efforts to get to every single game that I play. When I was in high school and we had rugby tours, we'd be traveling across the country. He would, cancel his work for the week to go travel with us, spend money on a hotel to go stay so we could watch all the matches. And he still does that now. He lives 4 hours away from me, but whenever we have a match, he makes the drive, doesn't matter where in the country we're going. Being part of this rugby program is probably one of the most fun things I've done in my entire life. All the guys here are really hungry to prove how good they are. And it really shows, when you're going into contact, they'll hit you a lot harder. They don't want to, when you're trying to tackle them, they don't want to go down. But I think that's a good thing. It'll forge me into a better player in the end. The physicality is so much higher than when we play against other teams. And, I think that's probably why we probably have one of the best teams in the country. And as for playing professionally one day, that's really, I can't tell at this point. Fairly confident that if I keep developing how I have been as a player, and as long as I don't lose the drive to keep getting better, I have a good chance of at least getting drafted into the MLR, which is professional rugby here in the States. So best case scenario would be getting signed onto a team somewhere in Europe. I've come this far, I don't just want to give up, I really want to keep going as far as I can.